The Mariners open up spring training tomorrow, having done almost nothing from the end of last season. They released Jorge Polanco by declining his team option and paying him $750,000. Then they re-signed him for a contract that can be worth up to $11.25 million to play third base. He did not play well at second base last year. We haven't had good play at second base in years. But looking at the 40-man roster, I see some really good things. I see Luis Castillo. I see Logan Gilbert. I see Emerson Hancock. I see George Kirby. I see Bryce Miller. I see Andres Munoz. I see Gregory Santos. I see Saucedo. And I see Troy Taylor, who Troy Taylor's only 24 years old. He's really young. And I see Brian Wu. Pitching staff, I don't have too many worries about it. Obviously, health is a major concern with any pitching staff, but the last couple of seasons we've had some really good injury luck with pitchers. I wouldn't even say it luck. I would say that our strength and conditioning staff does really well with pitchers. So I'm not too worried about this. I know people are going to go up and down throughout the season. We're probably going to make some moves here and there. Hancock might come up and be a part of the rotation. We'll see what happens with Wu, because Wu did have injury issues last season. Catchers this season, Cal's there. He's our starter. And then we got a guy called Blake Hunt on the 40-man roster who was born in 98. So he's actually 2 years younger than Cal. I don't know. He's definitely not there to be a replacement for Cal. We actually traded him away last year and then traded back for him. It's one of those things where you have to have a second catcher on the roster. Harry Ford is absolutely not MLB ready right now. He actually dropped down to number 70, 76 or 77 on the top 100. I don't have it right in front of me, but he dropped down a lot. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from him as a catcher. I do know he's starting to take reps in the outfield. I don't hate that. I think, if the bat's there and you don't have the skills to catch, cool. If the bat's not there and he doesn't have the skills to catch, it's going to be a flamed out prospect. That happens. I don't want that to happen. I honestly wish we would have moved him last year when he would have been of more value. Just simply because I would have liked to have gotten something. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is actually available right now. He and the Blue Jays did not reach an agreement on anything, so that's something to think about for Stanton. In the infield, we got Bliss, Crawford, Locklear, Miles Mastrobuoni signed a minor league. Oh, no, he's on our 40-man. Dylan Moore, Polanco, Rivas, Shenton, and Donovan Solano. So Justin Turner said he was willing to come back to Seattle, but he ended up actually signing with the Cubs for $6 million. I don't really think $6 million for a 41-year-old first baseman is a good idea. So Donovan Solano is going to be our first baseman. I'm fine with that. Rivas, Shenton might come up. I don't know what's going to happen with Miles Mastrobuoni. But he is from that one clip, that one really funny clip. If I can find it, I'll put it at the end of the video, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Locklear, he was okay last year for that little bit he came up. J.P. Crawford, there's no sugarcoating this, was terrible last year. He couldn't hit. He was injured. He just was bad. Also, he's a flat earther. That's a whole thing. Maybe if he believed the earth were round, he could hit a baseball on a round earth. That would be a thing. I like Ryan Bliss. I think he's got a lot of upside, so I'm hoping he gets a decent amount of playing time. What I don't like is that the plan is to have Dylan Moore full-time at second base. Dylan Moore is better as a utility guy. I want Dylan Moore going all around the diamond. I want him on Monday at first, Tuesday at second, Wednesday and right, Thursday and left, Friday as the DH, and Saturday at third. I want that man to be our guy who pitches in the ninth when we're losing 54-0, or when we're up 54-0. That's what Dylan Moore. He is a utility guy. He's not a second baseman. He is a baseball player. The outfield this season is going to be Randy, Victor, Julio as our starters, with Rayleigh and Haniger and potentially Canzone as our backup guys, depending on what happens with Garver on the 40-man roster. Garver like $13 million or $16 million this year. It's a ridiculously large number. And Dom Canzone, I don't know. He's been up and down. Haniger as a backup, I don't know. I hope he can do well. I think Haniger every once in a while is going to be fine. Maybe have him as a pinch hitter. Hopefully we don't have a manager. Well, Dan Wilson doesn't know what WRC plus is. I don't know how a guy who doesn't know what WRC plus is managed the team to a better offense than Scott Service, but he did. Luke Rayleigh, he's going to be playing most days as a combination of the designated hitter slash first baseman slash backup outfielder. So when Julio, Victor, or Randy need a day off, he'll be in the outfield. I really like that. I definitely like having that bat in the lineup. I do think Julio's going to have a bounce back season. Victor, we signed for a couple years, and he had a really good season. And I think what he did last season with that device where basically you can take at bats against pitchers and did that for training, I think he might actually have started a revolution about some stuff. I would hope that other players, not just on the Mariners, I would hope that other players around the league start doing stuff like that. And I would also hope that they have something like that for pitchers where pitchers can go in and be like, oh, okay, so this is how they bat. I don't really know how I feel about the increase of technology in Major League Baseball on that front, but I do know how I feel about it on a different front. Major League Baseball announced, I think it was 2 days ago, that they will be testing the automated balls and strikes system in spring training. So that's absolutely wonderful. That's my favorite thing. And then we have Garver. He's designated hitter, but he's really the backup catcher. He's going to be the backup catcher. He's serviceable in that role. He's not serviceable in the designated hitter role. He just wasn't. He didn't even bat 200 last year. But a guy, the other, well, no, he's not even an option anymore. Sebi Zavala was our other option last year, and he was not good, to put it politely. He was not good. So yeah, I don't know what we can do about that. This team feels like a team that could strike out 1,000 times before the All-Star break again, but it also feels like a team that could go off and win the World Series if the rotation stays hot and we just bat 250 as a team. If we just bat 250 as a team and the rotation stays hot, we can win the World Series. Can we please do that? Please. All right, everybody, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and you can follow me on Patreon for $1 a month. And Mariners recap videos will be published 12 to 14 hours before they'll be published on YouTube on there. You'll also have some access to things that I write, plus some blog posts. I might use it as a website, and you can book me on Cameo. You can follow me on Instagram, and well as Blue Sky at Sammy5436. Thank you for watching.